Dang, that's nice. It's got the whale tail. Okay guys, welcome back. Same day, obviously. Left you guys off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but we just made it. I just got a call from Ryan, and we are, wow, look at all the snowcats with no tracks on them. We are cruising around looking for a clapped out Miata, so hopefully we find them here in just a second. No, maybe not.
He said somewhere between.
Really.
Oh, okay,
hey!
This is us. Nice.
That's them.
Let's go.
How's it going?
What's up, dude? So, no one else is up there except for us, so just go up there and find a spot. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
we made it.
What a sick sunny. Oh my goodness,
Thanks.
imported fresh.
How's it
I'm
going?
Toby.
Toby, nice to meet you.
I'm Dana.
Dana, nice to meet you.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you. This is Danny.
Nice to meet you.
Dana, nice to meet you.
Toby.
Dude,
Sick.
this is so cool.
Is there enough light?
Oh yeah, there's enough light. Okay guys, so we have made it to camp and we've been talking like for the, how long have we been out here? Like an hour?
Yeah, probably.
So we've talked about the Sentra, we've talked about the super cool Supra and the Miata, which I will show you guys in just a second, but Ryan here's gonna tell us about what we're doing out here.
Yes, so we're of course doing an autocross. This is with the EESCC Autocross Club, which is out of Eugene, Oregon. But we are going to be racing in a class called DDO. And DDO is a class that I was one of two guys that had it created. It stands for Daily Driver Open, and the whole idea, there's basically two ideas of the class, is that one, basically doesn't matter what kind of car you have, if you're like getting into racing, you can enter this class, so that way you're not getting split up from your friends, because that used to be a problem that I and my friends would have, where we would get split up and then basically the whole day you don't get to be with your friend because you're in different classes. The other idea is to make the rules in a way that it keeps rich people out of the thing. So there's only 3 rules in DDO. Rule number 1 is your car cannot show up on a trailer.
Okay.
You have to drive the car to the event.
I like that.
Rule number 2, you cannot swap wheels at the event.
Ooh.
You have to drive on the wheels and tires. So that way, if you're one of those people that is fortunate enough to afford really expensive tires,
You can't put on 100 treadwear as soon as you get to the track.
well, yeah. See, that's if you want to show up with 100 treadwear tires, you have to take the penalty of driving on the highway.
I love
to
this
the
class.
event.
This is actually cool.
And then rule number 3 is shit. I can't even remember the third.
Your
rule.
AC can't work. Your stereo has to. You have to have interior rattles that drive you nuts.
That's what DDO is. Other than that third rule that we can't remember. Oh, the third rule, I remember now, is that the tires can't be. The tire can't say not intended for highway use.
Ah, that's
because there are some tires that I think are.
Yeah.
Like a Dodge Demon has tires that are like a 0 tread.
I think even like our 888Rs might say like 4-track use, but like you don't. It says there's some disclaimer saying you shouldn't really drive them on the road.
So so that's what DDO is. So you basically can't have slicks. You gotta drive on the street anyway. So yeah, that's that. And I forget what we're kind of talking about, but
no, I think that's great. That's the class we're going to be driving in, and then I think we should go over the Miata in the morning when we got some light.
When we got some light.
Okay. I think we're probably gonna, I don't know, eat a little bit and then go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Fire extinguisher?
No.
It's supposed to be out.
I have a fire extinguisher.
We're good. But it doesn't need. We don't need it now. We need fire now.
Why is it on fire still?
That's a really good question.
Is there a leak?
There's definitely a leak.
Okay, great.
So right now we want fire.
Okay guys, we're getting ready for bed. Here's the setup. I've actually never slept in the Sentra, but we got both seats laid down, sleeping bags, pillows, and then we've got everything else in the trunk space here. We've got a super cool campsite. I know you can't see much. S2K just appeared. We'll go over everything else in the morning. It's too dark right now. Okay guys, we are currently in the Sentra RV. Danny's being completely blinded by the flashlight. But honestly, like, it's pretty nice in here. We're like up against the backrest, so then we've got our feet going forward, and it's actually like super comfy in here. So
We're out here doing the Portland sim.
yeah, this is Portland sim. Everyone we met is absolutely amazing. So super excited for tomorrow. Ryan's gonna give us another like big pep talk and also let us walk the course. And I mean, you'll see everything tomorrow, but yeah, this is a great experience. Thank you so much for bringing us out.
It was fun.
We had a good little camp dinner. Okay, catch you guys in the morning. Okay guys, good morning. Here's a better view of our sleeping situation. Honestly, not the worst. This bump wasn't ideal. There's kind of like a bump right under us. Other than the little bump, not too bad in here. It got pretty cold, but I got some sleep. Did you get any sleep?
I don't know. I don't remember.
That's pretty good. And one more thing to show you guys. That's hail/sleet, and I think there's a little bit of actually like fresh snow right over there. It's gonna be raining/sleeting for my first autocross event, so let's see what happens. Update, guys. It is basically snowing out there. Looks good to me. Oh, that's definitely snow up on those trees right up there. Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah, there's also snow like all around us.
Okay guys, I'm gonna change into some warmer clothes and then we're gonna get out there, film the campsite, and then start doing a walk around the track in a bit.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Okay, sadly guys, it is, as you can tell, pouring rain/sleeting/snowing, so new game plan. We're gonna actually go and do the morning races. I was gonna initially do the afternoon so I could, you know, get my bearings and watch some people go, but so sadly also most of the filming will probably be done in the car because cameras and snow don't mix too well, but I think we should still get some good footage.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. It'll be a very memorable first autocross.
Yeah, it can only go up from here.
Yeah, exactly. Dry off a little bit.
Okay guys, we just walked the course for the second time. First time, Ryan and Toby basically introduced me to everything out there. So the pointer cones, the walls, the optional slaloms, which means you can take them either way, not that you can entirely skip them. The gates. Second time around, I walked the course in the lead for the most part. And then, is that gonna be our last walk?
If you're comfortable, if you feel like you've got it, yes. If you want to
Yeah.
walk it again, I'll walk it again with you.
I think I got it.
Okay, if you got, yeah.
Especially because I'll be doing ride-alongs before
Yeah,
I
'cause
drive.
you get to do ride-alongs.
Okay, so game plan now is I'm gonna hop in a bunch of people's cars for their, are they okay with that, me being in their car for their first run?
I probably, yeah.
Usually
Okay.
it's the first run they're good with because they're not trying to improve yet, they're just trying to learn the course.
Okay, yeah.
That's the best run to do it.
So hopefully we can hop in some people's cars, learn the course better, actually being in a car, and then we'll ride with Ryan, and then it'll be me.
But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Okay guys, well the rain has died down just the tiniest bit. I'm gonna film a little bit. So this is the car we're driving. This is Ryan's, as he calls it, dumpster fire Miata. It is a completely bone stock Miata, except for wheels and tires. Other than that, I think it is completely stock. He recently did the top, which is amazing because it is pouring rain out, so I'm glad this has been redone. That's gonna make it so much nicer to drive as opposed to being, you know, driving with a bunch of still water. And then this is Toby's Celica Supra, and then this thing is also completely bone stock. And then there's an S2K who's with us, but that thing is not here at the moment. Okay guys, it has turned into basically a blizzard out there, so we're actually gonna put down the big camera, and the rest of this is probably gonna be shot on GoPro. So I apologize for the audio and the video quality, but at least I won't be bricking this big expensive camera. So I'll pick this back up back when we're in the car. Danny's been sitting in the car eating cookies as we've been walking around outside in the blizzard. Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to give a little bit of a voiceover while I'm doing my first lap. So that was basically the first time I'd let out the clutch, so we're taking it easy, we're feeling out the car. I don't want to be too aggressive with my steering, I don't want to be too aggressive with my throttle and my brake because it is also basically hailing slash sleeting slash snowing. The conditions were changing constantly over the 6 laps, and this is lap numero 1. So we just want to feel out the course. Make sure I've got the course memorized too. Like, that's one of the biggest things. If you miss a gate or hit a cone, I think cones are 2 seconds, and I believe if you miss a gate, which is 2 cones that you drive through, that's like 10 seconds. And in a high 50s, low 60s second lap, that's huge. So I'm feeling really good this first lap. I was pretty sure I had the course down. I did like 5 ride-alongs before this and with a bunch of different people, and so I was pretty confident. That was a Chicago box, if you guys just saw that. That thing is super cool. You dive in and out. We'll go over that more on another lap, but we're feeling great on this first lap. We're bringing it back around another chicane, and then, okay, right here, guys, we dive into this Chicago box, and then we dive out. It's super cool, just tons and tons of cones, and this was honestly super surprising. It was a flawless first lap. Those 2 white cones are the finish, and there we go. First lap done, didn't miss a gate, didn't hit a cone, and that felt really good.
How did I do? You've done it before, or you've done it now. You did good.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah, next time you'll just start more aggressively.
Okay guys, we're watching Ryan's first lap. Sorry, we don't have a face cam. We accidentally turned it off, but he's obviously, as you can tell, much faster through this section. He's raced Miatas and autocrossed for like a decade now, and he's really, really good. So he's carrying a lot more speed. I'm kind of watching his run and his speed and how much steering wheel input he's giving, and really trying to gauge how much I can push the car. Again, conditions were changing, so like areas that it's slippy in for him were grippy for me, and vice versa. It was pretty crazy. Sometimes there was a puddle, sometimes there wasn't. These kind of big sections of cones right here, that's called, I think they called them eyebrows, which is, they're also probably called walls, but those are super cool. Just large chicanes. These 2 cones, boom, that's a gate. And then we've got individual cones right here for the chicane. Chicago box, you dive in, you dive out, you try not to clip any of the cones, chicane, and then you come around to a loop-de-loop. And this course has a lot of flexibility. You can actually choose whether or not you want to go one way, like the left, right, left through a chicane, or right, left, right. And then the loop-de-loop, you can choose which direction you want to do it into depending on your chicane. And then you come around here and boom, white cones. That's Ryan's first lap.
And then come to a complete stop. Pipe, pipe, pipe.
Bend lap, take 2. Okay guys, as you just heard me say, it's been lap take 2. I've got a much better idea of how much I can grip. We did a little bit of a better launch, quicker on that 1-2 shift, and for this course in this NA Miata, Ryan said you don't need to shift. Don't downshift into first gear, and there's nowhere you get going fast enough for third gear. Even if you bog it, I think this section is where you bog it the most, coming around here. Shifting into first, I mean, like, it probably could be done, but I think it's pretty tricky to shift down into first. It might grind, but nonetheless, we're doing pretty good. We're going around those eyebrows again, and as you can see, the course is much wetter. So everything you learned from the first lap about the course... Oh, forgot to mention, my seatbelt popped off there, but that's okay. That was on me. I don't think I had it fully clicked. So, like, everything you learned from the first lap is basically you throw it out the window on the second lap, because there's puddles in certain sections, it's grippy in other sections. As you can see, there's way more rain on this second lap right here. Chicago box, clean, chicanes, coming around to the finish. Those 2 white cones again are the finish, and then you gotta come to a complete stop here at the end. That shows that you have control of the car, and you're not gonna wipe out 69, nice. Boom, Ryan lap 2, little pop-up action. I don't think I have too much to say about this run, but obviously I'm trying to pay as much attention to Ryan's driving as possible. He's way more aggressive this second lap because he's felt everything out, and also he's having a bit of fun. He's sliding around because, you know, I'm in the car with him. I'm the novice. He was basically my autocross dad for the days, which was super, super kind of him. I'm trying to pay as much attention to the lines and everything. It's super cool getting to do back-to-back laps with 2 different drivers. You can really see the difference in driving style. I think the first thing I started to kind of work on was I really wanted to work on throttle control, because obviously spinning out here would be the worst, which happened a couple times. That's like basically game over for your lap. And then after kind of getting throttle control down, I started to work on my steering wheel input. I kind of wanted to ride the line of having as minimal amount of steering wheel input as possible, just because it was so slick out here. Really big aggressive movements would start to throw the car off balance, which you'll see I ended up doing, I think, on this next lap right here.
6499.
Ben, run 3.
Yes.
Okay guys, we're coming up to Ben lap 3 right here. Foreshadowing, I'm pretty sure I spin out on this lap. I'd gotten confident in my throttle control and I was starting to work on my steering wheel input, and I think right here we were too aggressive. I kind of snapped the wheel, which shifted a lot of the weight, and I would just lost traction.
Go ahead and just head to the finish because...
As you heard Ryan there, I'm just going to head straight to the finish and then go through the timers to finish off the lap, and then they'll just basically DQ that lap for me. There's a ton of course marshals. Oh my god! There's a bunch of course marshals out there that'll set the cones back up, which is super cool. And then yeah, we just cruise on back through the finish. First spin out complete.
The timing light. All right, you're officially not a novice now. You've spun it.
53.
Woo! Plus 15 gates. Good to go?
Yep.
Oh god, I bogged it that time. Wow, I stayed flat that whole section. That's not scary. Nice and early. What was that? Well, of course it's going to be more slippery. It's between ice around. Take that into account. Brake, turn. Understeer pretty good there. Okay, it's whoa.
65. Ben run take 4.
Yep.
Okay guys, Ben lap 4. You know, we've got 3 other laps under our belt. We're a bit quicker off that 1-2 shift. A decent launch, I mean, considering we're in the rain and in a Miata. This corner is super easy. This first corner is big, wide, sweeping, and then here is where I spun out last time, so we were smoother with the steering wheel. I think that was my big issue for that initial spin out, was I snapped it too hard. So I was trying to be a bit smoother with it. Ryan gave me a tip of loading up the suspension in this kind of driving, so you really just want to like slowly bring her over and get right to that point where you've like got as much traction as possible. You're putting all the weight down on the outside. Cruise up the little hill right here. This course got a bunch of elevation gain, which is super cool. So we were able to drive up this steep section, boom, into the Chicago box, boom, out of the Chicago box. Clip that last cone, not ideal. The little loop-de-loop right here, don't go off the edge. I think Ryan told me someone went off the edge at some point one day, so we're gonna try and avoid that. Boom, into the Chicago box, boom, out of the Chicago box. Another chicane right here, another gate, and into the finish. Perfect, great job. Other than a few cone clips,
Yeah.
we're doing pretty good.
I think he had a two cone penalty. This is a good day for you to come.
This is Ryan run take 4.
Oh god, still bogs. So you gotta be real smooth with the wheel, because I think what happened was that you jerked it pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just wide, get my braking done pretty early. Oh man, super slippery. That was a shitty corner, not bad. Just suspension sounds broken. Just
This is Ben, take 5.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ben lap 5. I think you guys know how this goes at this point. Boom, through the gate, boom, through the gate, boom, through the gate. Chicane. I'd gotten my steering wheel and my throttle control a little bit more dialed in, but I think you guys could tell, like, it's getting even more wet out here. So this course is constantly changing, and considering this is the first time I've ever done autocross, it was pretty tricky to not have a consistent like baseline. But I mean, that's motorsports, and even something like this, some grassroots stuff, like that's kind of the name of the game. Like, stuff is going to constantly be changing. The car is going to change, like the engine's going to heat up, you know, tires are going to heat up, the brakes are going to heat up, the course is going to get wetter. Yep, this uphill section I really liked, and diving into the Chicago box was really fun. I think we loaded up the suspension really good right there. Ryan, I believe, gives me a compliment at the end of this lap, so I'm happy with that. I'm also happy that I didn't, other than a couple spin outs, I didn't like mess up the course. I didn't like miss a gate or go the wrong way. It was just I couldn't, you know, couldn't handle the NA Miata and its 100 horsepower.
You're good. Oh,
I hope you guys saw that. That was pretty cool. That was probably my best save. I kind of counter steered through the finish right there. I was able to keep a good amount of speed.
Actually, no.
That black Miata with a 68 988.
That was one where like I knew I would control
that
it.
was his best run.
Nice.
So Basil Sniper in the CRX is going to be the next one to finish up. Hopefully my commentary will warm our hearts, because that's the only thing I can do for you right now is make you chuckle.
So the first time that we went into the Chicago box,
Yeah.
headed to the turnaround, I think you like loaded up the suspension perfectly and you had like perfect control over the car. I thought you did that like perfect.
Yeah, that one felt really good. Like, it felt like I went like just wide enough where it was beneficial, kind of thing. Ryan, run, take 5.
God dang it.
Ben, final lap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final lap. Ryan said either go out and have a fun lap and just drift around, or go hard, and so I decided to go hard, and you will see very shortly how hard I went. The skies were getting clearer, the course was still wet. I was going hard. I mean, it's my last lap. I'm gonna go all out. Everything in this beginning section felt really great. That was probably the best I'd done that corner. I didn't slow down too much. And here is where we were a little bit, you know, not ideal. We spun out. Great job. Took out like a whole gate. Ryan said last lap, just go hard for the last bit of the lap. Obviously, like, blew through like 17 cones right there, so that's going to be a DQ for this lap pretty much. But you know, we're just out here to have fun, and this is the first time I've done this, so we're gonna finish off strong. Chicanes, Chicago box, in, out, beautiful execution. Another chicane and up to the loop-de-loop. Don't go flying off the cliff. Yeah, you made it. Great job. He lives to tell the tale. Chicane, back into the Chicago box. This thing, again, like, this thing is so much fun. Just in and out, chicanes, and then coming up to the finish. Biggest thing, don't hit the timing markers. Those are like $200. They're like off to the sides. Some guy in an Audi hit those today, and I'm glad that wasn't me. Yep, slowest lap, blew out like 17 cones. Phenomenal. Great job. Yeah. Amazing. So much fun. I'm sure there's a lot to learn, and I could go into the second race with, you know, so much more idea of how to handle, but yeah, great job.
I've never had the weather change the track surface that much.
Where can we go?
We can just head back to...
This is Ryan Run, take 6. Almost perfect.
Something slippery. I keep hitting there. You see that, right? Like it shouldn't slide, and yet it fucking gets super sideways there. Oh yeah. Ain't that cool?
Yeah.
Sick.
You're not being very hasty. $60.39.
Too bad it wasn't clean.
I think it would have been your best if it wasn't clean.
Yep.
Sure, yes. Yep.
Okay guys, we are packing up camp. It was an absolute blast. We spun out twice. We took out one cone, and then another cone, and then a whole wall of cones, but it was amazing. I did a 68 clean, which was up mid-pack-ish.
Yeah, I wasn't paying
I wasn't really paying attention. I saw people in the 70s, so I'm gonna say I was mid-pack. I mean, top scores were 59, lowest scores I saw were like mid-70s, so feeling super good about that. Thank you so much to Ryan and Toby and everybody out here for letting me drive the cars and everything. So now we're gonna head home.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Ooh, it's cold. All right, guys, we are gonna head out. Ryan and the gang has already left. I want to thank you again. I'm sure you're watching all the way to the end. So Ryan, Toby, everybody, thank you so much for letting me drive your cars, bring me out to this event, and basically just hosting us. And they also have a YouTube channel, so go check them out. I'll leave links to the Instagram and their YouTube channel. So, yep, we're gonna head home. Peace.